Okay, so let's yesterday we talked about the different kinds of reports, templates, how the reports are, getting created and how we can apply different kind of templates, how can we create the page items and how can we store the values within the session, and then how we can make a parameterized report and some basic behaviors of the page and many more, right? So today we'll talk about, about the buttons little bit more. Like for example, uh, if we create a button, let's suppose that I create one button. I just go to this page and I just uh, click create a button, create button. Sorry, not page item. I need to create a button. Right click, create a button. Its name is, for example, redirect or something else. Okay. So page has been, sorry, the button has been created with the name redirect. So now, like we can just go to the page. A button behavior. Like that's the most important thing in the buttons, like behavior. So button basically has one, two, three, four, and five kinds of behaviors, right? So submit pages means once we create a button, by default its action is created as a submit page. Submit means once we click on this page, it will just submit a page, that's it, nothing will happen. Okay. And second behavior is redirect to page in this application. When I choose this one, it will ask target where you want to redirect. I can choose any page. For example, uh, I know the home page number is this page number one, right? I want, once I click on this redirect, it will go to the home page. So I just said go to the page one. Okay, and then save. Okay. Now once I click on this redirect button, I will go to the home page. Sorry, it is saving. It is still not saved. Okay. So now it's been created. So once I click on this page, you can see it's go to the home page. See, right? So that's the second behavior of the button, like redirect to page in this application. And there are other things too, like set items. If we want to set any item value, like we can set that. For example, I am saying, mm, on page number one there is no item, so that's why no item is currently showing. So we will talk more about this later on. Like we will create some item on page one and then we will see. Now go to the next type, which is the redirect to page in different application. So like for example, if there is different application, we can just write the name of the application like we have this one, and then provide the page number. It will automatically go to the different application. Okay. And the next one is redirect to URL. URL means any URL. It could be Apex URL or it could be any external URL. External URL means anything, like I search something on Google like Oracle site, for example. Or now I go to this site, right? Oracle.com. So now I want, once I click on the once I choose this URL, I choose this one, oracle.com, and okay. Once I hit the save button, it means once I click on redirect, it will go to it should go to this oracle.com. Okay, let's see, it is currently saving. Okay, now I click on this one, so you can see I just redirect to external application apart from the Apex, right? So this is how we can manage the redirections in the Oracle Apex. Okay, these are the behaviors of the, four or five kinds of behavior. We talked one by one about all. Next is the defined by dynamic action. So once we will learn about the dynamic actions, what are dynamic action and how we can use, then we will talk more about this type. Okay, but for now these four are the basic types. But most
Um,
of the time we
I-
can use like submit page, we can use redirect to page in this application, and we can use redirect to URL, one, two, and this third one. These three are the most commonly used. Sorry, and defined by dynamic action also, this is also most commonly used.
yeah, the
So these
different
are.
application, would it not
Mhm.
require, say, if it requires login, different application requires different login. How do we handle that?
No, see, so that's all depends upon the how to manage the authentication on that, right? For example, if that is managed by the Azure directory, right? So it will
Mm,
automatically, allow you to log in based on
mm,
your login credentials. For example, this is my login credentials. If my email is configured on the Azure AD directory and
mm.
both the applications are registered over there, then it will allow me to go there. But if
Yeah.
I don't have the authorized to go to that app, I will go to the error message like something like you are not authorized to go to that application or something like that.
Mm. And what about the session variables, or the session values? Will that also pass from one application to the
Yeah,
other?
it will also pass from the one session to the another session, right?
Mm. Okay.
Mm. And yeah, so these are the types that we can different behaviors of the buttons that we have. Okay, so now let's talk like how to set value of one page to another page via page item. Okay,
You mean passing dynamic
passing
values?
the, yeah, dynamic values from the one page to another, both static and dynamic, we will talk about.
Okay.
Okay, let's suppose that once I click on the this button, I want to go to page home page, and I want to set some values, or I want to take some value of this page to the next page, like something like that. Okay, so for that, uh, if I want to go, this is page number 6, from page number 6 to page number 1, right? So currently it will ask me to, to have some uh, apex page item. Like for that, for example, currently on page 1 there is no page item, but if I want to set some value to page number 1, there should be some apex item. Only with the help of that we can set the value. For example, uh, now I'm going back here, and if I go to this button, let's create a new button for now. Create button below, named it as a home button or something. I'm saying redirect to page in this application. Okay, and target page number is 1. 1 is the home page. This is the home page. That's why I choose. So once I choose the page name, set items, it will show all the item names which are available on page number 1. But currently there is no page item on the page number 1, right? That's the target page, right? So we need to create a page item on page number 1 to get the value, right? This is this set value name, and value name means on which item you want to set the value. Item name, this is item name. Value could be static, or it could also be a apex item. Now let's go to the page number 1. Okay, page number one. Let's create one page item like p1 get well, for example. Okay, I created one page item. Its name is p1 just get value. It is, yeah, get value. It is blank now. So now I'm going back to the classic report. I'm just editing button is created or not. I think it is not. So let's create one button here, button below or home, call it as home button. Now, when I change its action redirect to page in this application, click on target, page number is 1. Now you can see we have this. I mean, all the page items which are created on the page number 1 will be visible here because we choose page number 1. If I choose page number 2, all the items from page number 2 will be visible here. If I choose page number whatever the page like 6, so you will be able to see these three items are visible and we have these three items, this and this, right? So based on our selection, all the page items gets visible. So now if I choose one and then I said get value, I'm saying like welcome. Its value is static welcome. Okay, and that's it. It means once I click on home button, it will go to the page number 1 and it will set value of this apex item with welcome. Its value is welcome. Now reload this page. I choose home button, go to home. Its value is welcome. Now go to the session. We know how to check the value. Its value is welcome. It is inserted. Okay, so this is static value. I mean, but now if we want to pass uh, dynamic value, we can also do that. Like for example, I am saying whatever the value I choose in the employee name, I want to take this value to the next page. How to do that? Just like this one, we can, I mean, just like passing the static value, we can choose its value as a p6 well, which is employee name, right? It means the value of this will stored into this one, like right to left. The value, this page item name should have value of this p6 well. P6 well is what? This is the employee name, right? So now I said okay, I save this. So now reload this page. Yeah. Now currently it's blank, right? So now I go to the home page, it's blank. Now I go to the classic page, I choose its name Fatima. I said submit button or something like that. It is showing Fatima. Now I'm going to the home page. Now its value is the Fatima. So this is how we can set static and dynamic value from the one page to the another. Okay. Any questions for now? But later on we will see some more examples, but in different ways. Like this is the one way. This is the very basic way to set the value in the via like Oracle Apex, but we can also set the value via in page item via JavaScript or using the I mean JavaScript APIs or JavaScript. So we will see later on. But now we are going with the very basic way. I mean, and this is the most widely way to use this. Like this is how we are setting the values. Okay. So now we will see examples of how to integrate the I mean APIs, like we have some predefined APIs in the Oracle Apex. So how to use that APIs in the, for example, this is interact, I mean, classic report, right? So let's suppose you want to add, uh, this is internet flag, right? This is why. So let's suppose that you want to update this flag with the name Y or N, right? For example, there could be a single row or multiple rows, right? So how to do that? Like you need to add some checkbox, right? So based on the user selection, you can just go and change the selection or update the flag as per your convenient. Okay. So like there are lots of the APIs available, like Oracle Apex. Just a minute. Apex underscore item dot checkbox. This is one API which is used uh, to create a checkbox. So apex underscore API, I mean, sorry, apex underscore item is basically one way, I mean, or you can say this is one API that we can use, and these are the functions like checkbox. As from the name, I mean, this document is easily available in the Oracle site. You can see like as per the names display over here, you will go to know. I mean, checkbox means something you will create a checkbox. Date pop-up means something that you will create a date picker in the classic report. This is the item. But if we want to create this date picker in this report, then we need to use this date pop-up, right? So this is there are different ways. If we need to create a LOV query for each row, right? Instead of here, if I need to create in this report, then there are a way, I mean, we need to use these APIs. So these all are the APIs available in the Apex. If there is text area, so these are the just HTML terms. Like if you don't know what is text area is something like where we can which is seems to be very huge. Like you can write text area in HTML, you will go to know what is text area. Like these are text area is something like this one, like where we can write write the paragraphs or something like that. So these are the HTML things. Okay, so let's see one example like how to use these kind of APIs within our report. So let's go with the very basic, like first one with the checkbox. I mean, we will see one example. So this is the basic way to use the API, like apex underscore item checkbox, and then primary key within that.
Yes, Sahil, can you go a little slower? I'm totally lost right now. So this is the Apex item is done for with the all the different uh, checkbox and buttons and radio buttons and so on. Is that what Apex item
See,
is?
I will explain you more easily way. So
Yeah.
this is the apex page, right?
Hmm.
And in this page we have classic report, right, or interactive report, or we have items, uh, parameter items that we created, right?
Yeah.
These are the created outside the report, not within the report, right? And these are mapped with the classic report. Okay, like which is used to to pull out the data. If I choose employee name sk and submit, it will pull out the data. This is outside the report. This is the parameterized report. This is a one way, right? This one is clear, right? For example, so you want I mean, there is a requirement. So this is a report, and let's suppose that you have a team of 20 peoples, and everyone raises a internet reimbursement request, okay, in this portal. And once it is uh, once, I mean, this is a report. I mean, these are the guys who raised the uh, reimbursement request, and as per the data, internet flag is equal to y means these are reimbursed already, right? But let's suppose that you need to approve the internet bill for the James and then John, for these two guys. Okay, in this report itself we need to perform, I mean, this is used to perform DML kind of things like insert, update, or delete on a report. Like there is no need to create a form. we can also customize the report. I mean, we can also utilize the report as a DML for the DML operations. I mean, that is what I mean to say. You got it? Like,
Um, yeah, I'll see in the recording also. Uh, I think listening it a couple of times will probably help more than once. Uh,
yeah.
Basically, we are selecting the
Okay.
record and for the DML function, and then for selecting
Yep.
the record for the DML function, we are using Apex item. Then how to
Yeah.
which item to perform that DML function for?
So that we will see like later on. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now, I mean, after this, I mean, I will explain it
Okay. Okay.
after this. So basically, this is a report, right? This is a report, and this is these are the parameters: employee name, employee number, and date. Once I select any employee name or date, it is used to pull out the data from this report, right? This is a report, and currently we cannot perform any DML operation on this report, right? This is clear. I mean, we cannot do any DMLs for now, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
But now your customer is saying uh, he has approved the internet bill for the Ford and Fatima, but he needs to update internet bill for the this uh, like Miller or James, right? On this screen itself. How you can do that? I mean, so you need to perform some kind of, you if you can provide some kind of checkbox where user can come and select the checkbox for the James and then for the Miller and then click on the update internet bill, then it will, update the flag over here, and with the help of that it will resolve the I mean, it will help them to update the bills on the portal, right? So we will see like how we can do it, then you will have some idea about that. Okay. So let's create a checkbox. I mean, why we are creating checkbox? Because checkbox is in the HTML. Checkbox is something that we can multiple times, like we can click and then we can use. I mean, for our update. So this is our report. Uh,
I remember you had mentioned yesterday in the interactive report we can perform action on multiple records.
right, right.
And in Classic, we can only do it on handful or single at a time. Probably I did not understand that correctly. Is that right?
Sorry, I did. No, no.
In the
We can perform DML on both.
oh, both. Okay, okay.
On both, we can perform like. So now, see, I have introduced apex underscore item dot checkbox and then one and then employee number and then checked. I mean, see, it is now you can see uh, what is value one. Basically, once we do, we need to update something. What we need, we can update the record based on the primary key, right?
Yeah.
Right, we can
Mhm.
update. For example, if I need to change this name from new to new one, I can write like update employee, set ename is equal to new one where employee number is equal to one, something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a similar way, I choose the employee number here because it is the primary key. So if we need to use the apex item, so we need to use the primary key within that so that we can easily identify each row. Okay. Okay, so this is value 1 means this one. Here value 10 means this employee number 10. Input type checkbox, these are the HTML things, right? But currently it looks little bit weird, right? So there is a property. So once we go to the columns and once I go to the this apex item, we need to change. There is one property, escape special characters. So basically we need to switch it off so that we can escape these special characters, like these special characters. So now once we do this one, we will able to see this checkbox, right? So as I choose, I mean,
Can you show again what we just did? So basically, like in SQL, we do the escape character
Mhm.
for, yeah,
Yeah, in the in the apex, once we need to, I mean, so this is basically a HTML, right?
yeah.
So once we need to escape the HTML, we need to do the escape special characters set as a off. That's the property. I mean, so if you are working with Apex, so if something is showing as HTML in the report, and if you want to hide that, so just go and I mean, switch it off, the escape special characters from this particular, for the particular column. In our case, this is the name of the column, right? So I just search escape special character and switch it off. That's it, and save, and then I run it the report. Now it's showing as a checkbox, right?
Okay.
Basically it just hide and display the checkbox, but if you do the inspect element, it's it will show you just
Mhm.
if I inspect and then if I go to this particular checkbox. So basically it was previously showing input type checkbox name f01 value 1, right?
Mhm.
So we just hide it from the UI so that it will display as a checkbox. But if you check in the backend, it's just a HTML, right? So this is basically a way to create a checkbox. If you go to the uh, write create a text box, I mean sorry, checkbox in HTML. So this is basically the HTML thing, like you can see input type checkbox, ID, name or value, something like
Yeah.
that, right? So these are just nothing, just a HTML thing. So Apex help us to minimize the use of HTML and CSS. So this is the API, like with the help of which we can directly use in the Apex. But if I use this one, it means for each row I am directly, I mean, identifying this is the value, this is something you can see, this is the value. Value means the whatever the value that we are taking, value of the checkbox. uh, okay, so there is no need to create a HTML for this one. Like there is an option in the Apex, using the Apex APIs, we can directly use the checkbox, right?
Mhm. And
But
when we created the, sorry.